Jake has eclipsed his brother in popularity with his newfound YouTube stardom, having been well known for a few years previous to Vine's demise. He has performed for both YouTube Premium and television, most notably as Dirk in the Disney Channel sitcom Bizaardvark from June 2016 to July 2017. He also owns additional social media accounts, which are rapidly developing to further communicate with his fans. A video of YouTuber boxer Jake Paul recently went viral on TikTok, generating a lot of attention. The 23-year-old was observed crying uncontrollably. It also indicated that he was involved in a number of disputes. This sparked a flurry of internet speculation, with fans speculating that one of the cases has been filed by MMA fighter Conor McGregor. So, for today's video, let's figure out why Jake Paul is crying on camera. But before we get into it, do me a favor and smash the like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell button for notifications whenever a new video is published. Can Jake Paul fight his way out of trouble? Jake Paul, like many CEOs, keeps a careful eye on the changing fortunes of the company he controls, which in his case is the company of being Jake Paul. He had some good news to deliver one sweltering day in Sun Valley, California. I think the narrative is changing from "fuck Jake Paul" to "we love Jake Paul," he said. He presented some recent statistics from American sports venues as proof. Paul had traveled to Jacksonville, Florida in April for a night of bouts sponsored by the UFC, the world's most prestigious mixed martial arts organization. The audience did actually shout "fuck Jake Paul" as he made his way to his seat. The television producers did not put Paul on camera at a later UFC event in July in Las Vegas. The supporters, on the other hand, were not as vehemently opposed, according to Paul. It was actually a sophisticated crowd, he stated, implying that the gathering was intelligent enough to endure his presence. Paul is 24 and blonde, with an arrogant sneer that is tempered somewhat by feathery eyelashes. He's been an athlete since he was a child, but he didn't appear likely to become a professional until lately. Instead, he had been working with his older brother, Logan Paul, since he was 15 to earn the wrath of a large portion of the world as a prankster and provocateur on Vine, the short-lived video-sharing network, and YouTube, its long-lived competitor. Logan is taller, shaggier, and possibly more in touch with the ridiculousness of the life they have made for themselves, according to connoisseurs. Everyone else, on the other hand, tends to lump them together, conflating both their occasional triumphs and their frequent missteps, such as when Logan Paul went to a Japanese forest rumored to be a suicide hotspot and filmed his encounter with a corpse, sparking outrage and threatening his YouTube career. So, when the brothers announced a few months later that they would be fighting two of their fellow social media stars, it seemed to be just their latest misadventure, soon to be replaced by whatever came afterwards. A clip of Jake Paul crying surfaces online. If you've seen the videos on Paul's YouTube channel, which have received over 7 billion views, you'll understand why he has a bad reputation. That figure, which approaches the population of the planet, doesn't include the countless videos that summarize or criticize the ones that Paul has posted. His corpus of work is littered with questionable pranks, such as covering half of his brother's room in duct tape and mindless repetitions of the word bro. After considerable investigation, it was discovered that the video at issue was nearly 10 months old. His brother's impulsive show included the footage. Several people were ready to jump the gun when it was announced that Conor McGregor had sued Jake Paul for making derogatory remarks about McGregor's wife, Dee Devlin. Jake Paul made an appearance on his brother Logan Paul's Impulsive podcast in February 2020. He spoke about the hardship of dealing with many cases. Jake Paul eventually broke down in front of the camera. It goes back to people attacking Jake Paul and wanting to see me fail for literally like effing nothing. Like they're suing me for something I didn't do. It's the most bullshit thing, and I literally had to pay them a lot of effing money for no reason. Before being consoled by his brother, Jake Paul's voice eventually breaks beneath the weight of all the emotions. This specific video has just resurfaced on TikTok. Jake Paul's comment sparked conjecture that he was alluding to Conor McGregor. Recently, the YouTuber has been publicly criticizing McGregor and his family, including his wife Dee Devlin. Too much information, as is frequently the case on the internet, may lead to disinformation and false news. While Jake Paul has just been sued for assault, Conor McGregor has yet to face legal action. Jake Paul released a new video in which he expresses his disappointment with the outcome of his brother Logan's boxing battle. After Logan lost against KSI, the 22-year-old was overtaken with sorrow and sobbed. Jake adds in the video, "It's weird because Logan took the defeat better than I did. I'm really sure why, or if it's an issue I should solve, but I feel like I was in the ring with Logan, and I adore Logan more than anybody else on the planet. It was painful for me to watch him lose." Fans thought Jake was crying. Floyd Mayweather's scheduled bout with Logan Paul has sparked a rift between Logan's brother Jake and the boxing great. Jake snatched Floyd's hat during Thursday's press conference for the bout, which is set to take place on the 6th of June at the Hard Rock Stadium in Florida. This sparked a public confrontation. Fans are now viewing the footage on Twitter and believe they have seen the YouTuber weep. Jake Paul provoked a public altercation with Floyd Mayweather when he snatched his hat during a news conference on Thursday at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Before sprinting away, the YouTuber leaned over and removed the white hat off his head, saying, "Got your hat." This caused Floyd to pursue him, and things quickly heated up between them, with the two squaring off and exchanging punches as camera teams rushed in to catch the action. Jake was brought to a different room when security interfered and broke up the duo. Jake Paul was observed weeping shortly after the altercation, according to supporters. Jake is dragged into a side room by security after being assaulted, and he sarcastically screams, "Got your hat" at Floyd one more time. According to a video circulating on Twitter, fans have noted that his voice seems to be breaking in the video, as if he's sobbing. If you look carefully, he seems to be sobbing as well, and the manner he's crouching against the wall is a little strange. He's now getting ridiculed on Twitter as a result of it. On Twitter, people are responding to the video, and Jake is being ridiculed for crying. That concludes our video. So, do you think Jake Paul is just crying to gain clout and attention? What do you think about the videos he posted on his YouTube channel? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Before leaving, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button for notifications on our future content. With that being said, I'll see you in the next one.